The shootings in a mosque was triggered by a large-scale organized mind control agency that reaches anywhere internationally. It can also cooperate with foreign agencies or go independent. The agenda will always stay the same though, which is to brainwash patriotic right-wing white nationalists or members of the white hate group to do shooting so they can put fear into minorities and start civil unrest so they can't spread their religion, culture, or race in the white population or be a productive part of the political system. And also to ban guns, change law, or make tighter restrictions on them. Anything to make change. If they can't do it politically, then they'll find some way to manipulate it. What's odd is none of these white domestic terrorists ever report physical or psychological torture or targeting from any type of energies or any type of entities, because they're too patriotic. That's why the mind control program has survived so long. They don't want to trigger minorities because they will report them. That's why lately all you've seen are white shooters involved with shootings. And the reason why is because, see, when they're going to target the minorities usually will report some of the symptoms that we're going through. Somewhere down the line it's happened. Like Santiago, the one guy who did the shooting in the airport, claimed that he was being stalked, brainwashed, targeted. There was another man who did a shooting at the Navy Yard, or somewhere in the Navy Yard shooting, and what happened is he was being targeted, and he had something written on his firearm, which was EMF, which stands for electromagnetic force. Here is my EMF weapon, is what I believe that he was pretty much meaning by that. You can go and check that out and find out what happened with that Navy Yard shooter. And there are many other cases. There are thousands of them, small scale ones. But usually the large scale cases are never reported as people who are targeted or brainwashed. They're usually they're described as disgruntled, or they're described as being mentally ill, and whatever they have to describe them as. But let's get back to what's going on currently, which are shootings at places of worship. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to recap a bunch of the shootings to kind of show you how the mind control program targeted individuals who are already dysfunctional and already are on that brink. It only takes just a few little things to cause them to be triggered, and it's easy to do it, especially when you know someone can deprive you of your dignity, strip you of your dignity, and torture you psychologically and shoot microwaves into your body that cause physical damage to your body and your organs, and can actually alter your thinking pattern. Your neurotransmitters can cause anxiety in you, can cause fear in you, hatred in you, and the V2K, voice to skull messages, which actually manipulate you into doing things. And if you're patriotic, then it all goes hand in hand, right? Because if you're a patriotic white person and you're being brainwashed to do this, they very well might not be being tortured to do it, but they'll do it because they're patriotic, and they won't go in the box saying, hey, I was targeted by the National Security Agent or CIA, I was hearing voices, I was being brainwashed, and that's why I really did the shooting, because they won't. They're too patriotic to do this to report any of it. And let me give you the recap on a lot of these shootings at the church or places of worship, starting from around like 2012. Okay, here we go. May 3, 2012. a homeless person, killed himself after he fatally shot a priest and a church secretary in Maryland. Okay, May 9, 2012, Joseph Lewis Jr., 84, was fatally shot in a car by two teenagers in Detroit, somewhere at a church parking lot. He was probably securing the place. All right, August 5, 2012, 6 members of the Sikh Temple of Wisconsin in Oak Creek were fatally shot by white supremacists who was shot by a responding officer and then later on killed himself. October 24, 2012, a mentally ill man, Floyd Palmer, killed a church volunteer, Greg McDowell, in a Georgia church. April 13, 2014, a neo-Nazi and former Klansman shot Dr. William Corporon and his 14-year-old grandson in a Jewish center. Then the shooter, Fraser Miller Jr., shot Terry LaManna in a Jewish retirement community. June 17, 2015, Dylan Roof killed 9 black worshipers in a Charleston, South Carolina church. November 5, 2017, Devin Kelly killed 26 people and wounded 20 in a church in Texas. They labeled him mentally ill or dysfunctional, either or. They needed him. See, why they needed him is so that he's one of those shooters that they need to cover up their tracks, so that you can see he was mentally ill and he was white. He had nothing to do with white patriotism or the white nationalist movement. So this is a good shooting for them. This helps clear their tracks, just like how Patton cleared their tracks when he killed those 49 people. Just like that, you know, they need those type of shooters to cover up their tracks, to make it look like these guys are dysfunctional, they're crazed, lunatics, and they're going through things, and that's why they're killing people. That's how it works. Okay, now, so let's get to October 27, 2018. Robert Bowers killed 11 people and injured 6 in a Pittsburgh synagogue. Yep, there's one. I'm for sure that had it been a patriotic white man who came in, walked into the synagogue and claimed that the Jewish people were making a sanctuary for minorities, and that was one of his reasons why he pulled it. He triggered off like that. I don't care how angry you're gonna get. Usually, that kind of a man who's that angry will not do a shooting. Something is gonna trigger him off to do it. It's just too many shootings. It's not natural, and there's gonna have to be some kind of manipulation going on with that man. He'd be manipulated, not by just social media. That's just the how can I say, the small openly known contributors to it. The major contributors are gonna be hidden and naked to the human eye. And so there's how that goes right there. So this guy does the shooting, and and that's how all this starts going, to the point where somebody in New Zealand, okay, on January 29, 2017, Brenton Tarrant kills 49, and it's 50, the total is 50 now, or maybe even growing, people, and injured 20 in a mosque in New Zealand. So it's not going to just affect America. Now, if they're not getting anything done here in America, they're going to move around in Europe, because this is a society that's supporting it. This is an agency. Everyone's hero, the secret agents, right? Well, that's what people say. The only heroes they are heroes to white racist people. That's all I see. They're nobody's heroes, okay? They've been doing this, manipulating things and meddling with foreign affairs for years. They're cowards that hide behind technology, and they're the ones causing all the shootings. And as long as people don't make a movement on them, this will never end, and there will be so many people that are going to end up having family members being shot, killed in mass shootings. The technology that you're going to need to prevent any of this, isn't that really hard to attain. It's what it is. It's being covered up by mental institutions that are being funded by the government, or even independent, who cover it all up. Say to the audience, these people are suffering from this or that, schizophrenia or bipolarism or depression or PSD or whatever it is they want to say or label it, so they can so that can be the scapegoat, so they don't bring out the truth, that the fact that they're being targeted by the CIA, national security agents, and mind control agents, which which is what they are. Okay, and the technology to stop all this is not that hard to create or to invent. You know, I mean, I could just take a simple little gadget like a device like this, right? What this does is this detects electromagnetic force fields, period, right? It's not strong enough to detect anything being shot on me right now, obviously, because those frequencies they shoot on me are going to be very light, and they'll probably shoot their frequencies on me probably when I'm asleep or not conscious or just walking out and about throughout the day. So they're not going to really, you know, you're not going to catch them. You're going to have the apparatus on you 24/7 to stop it or to catch them and record those energies being shot on your body. Now, if I was just to rub this, it would start lighting up red, which would mean that there's energy. That's from friction. Obviously, friction can cause static electricity, and that has been detected by this. I can also detect power off the cell phone, because the cell phone is connected to a charge, and the charge is running straight to the outlet. So if I touch the let me demonstrate that one. The cord, it'll ring. So well, the cord's going to be down here, but you pretty much get my point. So this is the device that can pretty much simulate what you would need to be able to find that energy. And the only way that you're going to stop shootings is to start openly acknowledging that there is a mind control program. And if you don't believe me, then you need to log on YouTube and you need to do research. And you know how I can really prove to you that this exists? You know, the governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura? Well, he had 2 videos where he sat down and spoke to Dr. Duncan, an ex-employee of the mind control program. And even he stated that most of the technology is used for psychological torture. And you can check that on YouTube and see that what I'm telling you is out there. There's no I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am a pragmatic man, a man who understands and is conscious of technology and things that are being manipulated into society. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am a realist, and that's real, actual facts. I'm happy to have shared this video with you, and I might make some videos somewhere down the line here and there, and so check in on me, subscribe to me, and watch my videos, and you'll get the truth, and the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Thank you for watching my video. Until next time.